My presentation is from an online article entitled Passengers Rejoice When Man Gets Kicked Off Chicago-Houston Flight for Racist Remarks. Is it really racism? Over the course of the presentation, we will answer that question. So who was involved? A Muslim couple putting their carry-on bags in an overhead compartment for their flight. Another man and woman already seated on the plane, and then the flight attendant who later had to escort the man and woman off of the plane. How did it start? The incident started when a Muslim couple put their carry-on bags in the overhead compartment. The man, seeing what the woman was wearing, as she was wearing the traditional face coverings and long sleeves and dresses, asked them if they were putting a bomb on the plane. And then later, after a while, the man continued to say that all foreigners and illegals need to leave the country. And what was interesting was that everyone on the plane was saying the same thing, but not as loud as this man was saying it. The female companion, as the altercation continued, she started flipping people off. So she too was removed from the plane. So what happened to the other couple? The man who was making the disturbance, saying all those racial things, and the woman for saying things as well and flipping off the bird, they were both asked to leave the plane. And then a flight attendant was trying to get everyone to calm down before they were asked to leave. He was trying to resolve the problem, but it seemed to make the man even more upset. And so the flight attendant had no choice but to ask them, both the man and his traveling companion, to leave. And what was interesting was that they kept saying that they wanted to make everyone on the airplane feel safe. And what this man and woman were doing was not making anybody feel safe on the plane, especially this Muslim couple. And after the story came out and they interviewed all their people, they had a representative from the airline who said that a situation like this is really rare. They've never had to kick anybody off of a plane for making a disturbance. But the flight attendant, they had full confidence that the flight attendant did what he felt was the right thing to do, because everyone was feeling uncomfortable and what they were saying was not right. So was this really racism? I believe it was, because the man and the woman were targeting this Middle Eastern couple just because of the color of their skin and what they were wearing. And they figured in their minds that everyone is a terrorist. And I believe that that's wrong, because just because people are different from us and look different from us doesn't necessarily mean that they're your terrorists. They could be the nicest people in the world, but if we have all these preconceived notions about people, it just makes everyone terrified and always on their guard, and that's just not what we need to do to get along in this life. And the textbook would say that these comments that this man was making are microaggressions, and I agree with that, because the comments he was saying was racist, because he was singling out one group of people and making judgments upon that group of people based on past experiences. And not everybody feels that way. Not everyone is a racist, or not a racist, a terrorist. These people were singled out because of the color of their skin. So why did the couple respond the way they did? And what it all boils down to is fear and anger. These people have been afraid of terrorists, because we see on the news all these things happening around the world, and we get scared that it's going to happen to us. And I don't think it's good that we constantly live in fear and that we're angry at these people for doing these things. We need to try and to get over it and try to heal and try to understand that not everyone means to cause us harm. So what it all comes down to is what happened in 9/11. And when these people saw this couple putting the bags in the overhead compartment, they flashed back to what happened to 9/11, because that's what these other guys were doing. They hijacked a plane and they ran it into the World Trade Towers. And so these people were thinking, hey, these people are going to do the same thing to us. We need to protect ourselves. And I think that that's not a good thing to do, because not everyone is mad at America and wants to cause America harm or hurt America in any way. And I think we need to try to get over that. There have been attacks in other countries. Just people live in fear, and we have become a nation that fears Muslim people and think that all of them mean to cause us harm. And I think that that's just wrong. I think we need to try to get over what happened. It's still fresh in everybody's minds. It was a tragedy. Something really awful happened. We all remember where we were when it happened, but if we aren't careful, we are going to become the problem and not the solution to try to unite America and everyone in America. 9/11 happened many years ago, but our nation hasn't healed, and I think we need to try to heal and try to get over what happened if we are ever really going to start building this nation to what it was before, a nation of compassion and caring. That's what we need to be. So, in conclusion, what happened to this couple was uncalled for. They didn't deserve to be treated the way that they were. We don't know people the way we think we do. Not all Muslims are radicals. Not all of them want to hurt us. And if we continue thinking that way, then it hurts us. It hurts them. And we need to show compassion and kindness and understanding. But yes, we do need to be cautious, but we shouldn't let that control our actions and to control our emotions. And I think that's what happened here, is they just let that fear and that anxiety just come over them and just control what they were saying. And I think we need to try to get over that and move on. What happened to this couple was not a good thing, and we need to try to get over that. So, thank you for listening and have a great day.